Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, Titan 333. Whew, it's been a while. Sorry. I guess as the stream was still doing its thing, pre-registration launched for the Springfest. So I'm trying to get my team's information, all that stuff put together, so this way we could play at the event. So hi, how are you doing? Good afternoon. I'm Ezel Senpai. Welcome to Coffee with Senpai. It's been a while. I sound a little off because I do have a bit of a cold at the moment. It's almost done. I think I have another day of it. Oh yeah, Clan Clutch and 5 and 6 is very hype. A lot of interesting things are happening. So we'll see what gets reversed, what doesn't get reversed, all the new stuff. We'll see what happens. Bushy's making it so difficult to do this event. It's so difficult. Like, okay. So I'm in California. So we're the first team league event. Let me turn on my mic just a little bit. There we go, because I keep hitting in the red. So hopefully this does it. So we're just trying to. Legit forgot I had your stream up and you were. No, no. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm trying to figure out the whole team lead situation right now, because I'm waiting for an answer because it's like, does the pre-registration involve just me filling it out, or is it the whole team that fills it out? Like, because it looks like I can just fill it out for us and be cool, but let's see. So sorry, my mind's a little scatterbrained at the moment because it's a first come first serve sort of thing. And I guess we're gonna do physical deck lists because we don't have our decks all figured out yet. So at least we're doing this for premium. We're just gonna call the team the Lions Den because I think that sounds pretty funny. So pardon me if I'm not talking at the moment. I'm just trying to figure this whole thing out because it's first come first serve. Let's see. Please provide proof. Okay, so I gotta take a picture of that real quick. Let's see. Select from my device. Let's see, because all our decks are the decks you see towards the end of the yeah. That's true. That's true. Okay, so we want this one. Select. Do I have to upload for everybody? See, that's the one thing I'm confused about. So I'm pretty confident that just based off the wording, it looks like it's just for us. Here I am, the stream. I'm supposed to be talking about other things. Here I am talking about all the things. By registering for this event, the participant hereby agreed to use of their his or her name, image, as well as entries of the physical material or publicity material. Yeah, well, that's fine. I think we're good. I think in this case we're good. But premium or so premium I think we're good. So submit. I think we're good for premium. I think we're good. Okay, so I submitted the form for premium. Now El Doritos and I have to find a third, but we gotta wait for Bushy to get back to me on relaxing COVID policies. Well, not relax, but so they have the policy where you have to be vaccinated, fully and boosted, and all that stuff, which is reasonable. But at the same time, I also have to figure out, or I have to ask them, hey, I have a friend who isn't fully vaccinated yet. Is it possible to just go get a negative test result 72 hours prior to the event? Would that be sufficient enough? So we'll see how that goes. But so far, I think we're good for. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're good for premium, at least. Um, I wrote that we'll have physical uh, deck lists. So okay, so I'm gonna put the chat away for a moment, or the Discord chat. I'm in. Let's let's get down to business. Okay, so hi, welcome everybody. Hi. Okay, so we're talking tournaments here, so let's go ahead and talk about the important things. We've got V Premium ban list update. So the top one is pretty much the same as the Japanese version. We got Hamiel banned, that one card to one, Percival restricted to one, and no longer choice restricted with Gerduit. Cool, perfect. So Gerduit ends up getting a buff out of all of this. It's not the biggest buff, but it's still a buff. So in that case, Gerduit's a winner. All the Droll Paladins, I think of all the Droll Paladin decks, the biggest loser, unfortunately, is Liberators, but yeah. Well, that kind of sucks. But to be fair, Percival was an issue. So I understand that. I get that. Yes. We have to print the sheet, print the deck list form, and write/type in our list. I figured that would be best. Since we're not 100% set on everything yet. So yeah, just trying to get that all taken care of. So that's good. So when they revealed that on Tuesday, it was just that. It was just that first top one, and people are upset because it's like, well, you're not hitting the two major decks that have been topping over the last couple of years, which is Prism and Luard. So they also hinted that, oh hey, English is going to have their own list, which gave us hope. And boy, did they deliver. They delivered. So I'm very happy with this. This will make the building a Luard for myself a hell of a lot cheaper, because at least Luards will start to drop. Luard does suffer a little bit, but it isn't dead by any stretch of the imagination. Luard can still function. It can still do the things it needs to do. It just doesn't get the free resources like it used to. Prism, on the other hand, Prism loses the Highlander variant. It loses near infinite, or not near infinite, but a recyclable 20k guard. And they have to decide which build they really want to go towards. So Prism will have to be pure from this point on, which I think is a good idea. Prism will still be good. It's just it can lose to a lot of random stuff far more quickly than it did previously. And I think that's enough. Although there are more hits for Bermuda I'd love to see just because Prism exists. But the issue is they have a lot of generic stuff that is just so darn good. So we'll see how that goes. But overall, I'm happy about this list. What do you guys think about this list? Because I'm pretty curious. No, I can see why you're upset. I absolutely understand. But I mean, Lord doesn't necessarily need the counter charging, right? Because Luard can just recycle. I mean, the only counter blasting you're doing is for. Oh, let me pull up my stat here. It's probably for Dread Driver, right? Dread Driver, if you're playing Leofall, you're using it for Leofall and Morfessa. So I don't think it's that bad, but it does hurt. It does. I tried to give Bushy Liberators, and this is what I get. Well, the thing is, you just gotta hope that Percival doesn't end up in damage. As long as Percival does not end up in damage, you're still good. But Abyssal can also Soul Blast, right? Because that's also part of the thing, right? I'm pretty sure that Abyssal Owl just can Soul Blast instead of Counter Blast. Let's see. I have to double check this. Abyssal Owl. Okay, so if you're and your opponent's vanguards are the same grade, the cost can be paid with Soul Blast 1. Okay. But, okay, yeah. And Soul turn into a huge issue depending on how long the game runs. That's true. So it's just it's a more flexible Blackwing Swordbreaker. That's right. I've ordered my playset already. Because they're dirt cheap. Did none of the clans I played in V got touched. Nice. So the top results are. Let me. I guess I want to examine the top results real quick. So the top results are, like I said, based off of the Japan results from the WGPs, where Angel Feather, Highlander, or a mix of Prism and Highlander, and Spectral Duke dominate. Not to say that Luard and Prism don't dominate in Japan, but Duke does. Duke can. So it makes sense that they hit that there. It totally is understandable. I get it. But over here, we have this issue. And so it's good to see that got addressed. I can live without Charon and Luard, but I'm still not over how they punished the entire clan by choice restricting Charon in the main. That's true. That is true. And we can blame the previous design team for that. We can. Because Charon was just too damn good. The main's too damn good. And that's the previous design team's fault. But I mean, I think depending on how things get, like, this opens up a bit more design space. I'm not saying this makes up for it. I'm not saying that at all. But this does open up some new design space. Let's say for Revengers, for example, we can have a better generic countercharger. Or in witches, we can have a countercharger that could be just for witches. Luard, I don't know. I don't know. I think it would have been cool if it was a separate choice restriction. So for example, like it could be just like the previous one where it's like, oh hey, Luard and Nemain can't be in the same deck, and then a separate choice restriction where it says Luard and Charon can't be put in the same deck. This way, other decks that don't run Luard can still use Charon and Nemain together. Does that make sense? So a separate choice restriction. Let's see. Okay, I got an email back from Bushy about the registration. Let's see. Let me see something. So I think that all worked out. Let me just edit. No, that should work. That should work. If there's any issues, then they'll let me know. Going off my previous message, I feel it's good chance for him to get. Wait, so who's in it reversed? Going off my previous message, I feel it's a good chance for him getting reversed in 5 and 6, because 3 and 4 has 2 reprints and 1 new card that is. Okay, machining. You're right, that guy. So I feel like they're hinting towards machining, to be honest. That's very likely. Or VR's like Kimiko, Madatsu Storm got reversed, so why not him, to be honest? Which, if you missed, is what you want. Yeah, no, so for. Magic Colony didn't get a reverse unit, if I remember correctly, so. It's probably going to be a machining unit, or it could be a giraffe unit, to be completely honest. Like, honestly, it's up in the air. I can almost guarantee it won't be Gridora. It won't be a Dark Face reverse. It's not going to be a Gridora reverse. We're not going to see that. But everything else, yeah, totally up in the air. But maybe Spark Hercules reverse is a thing. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, Spark Hercules reverse. So we'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of these. Okay. So I wanted to have this chat to kind of be more of a, kind of catch up, get things figured out. Yep, besides Gear Chronicle avoiding G Boss River. So there are two likely candidates for this. Two likely. A Lost Legend Reverse that will probably still have, the stride ability or the pseudo stride ability, or it'll be a Steam Maiden Reverse. That's what I think will happen. Because I think they will reverse something in Link Joker, because that just makes sense. May as well have every clan have a reverse unit, right? Okay, so what are we checking? Oh yeah, I was checking Twitter because I have other topics I want to talk about. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we talked about the ban list. Hopefully we'll hear back about the COVID thing. Because, I need a third for V Premium. And I have a third in mind, but I need that to be confirmed. That one I'm gonna wait a little bit. Let's see. Villains Night. Let's see. Oh, we didn't talk about the product stream. I forgot about that. Let's see. Let me go back to Freedom Duo real quick because they gave us they provided a PDF. It's not going to be on stream or anything. So season 3 of Overdress will be called Will Dress, which is pretty cool. It'll be a tournament arc, which is kind of exciting. We'll see how that goes. Was there really nothing else in the product stream? Bushy Road has Disney properties now, or Disney has Bushy Road properties now. Because there's a Weiss Schwartz Disney Pixar collab, so that a little worried about that. Let's see. Let's go back to this. Will Dress, I don't get. I don't know why it gave me G vibes. Gene X was a really good tournament arc. It really was. Like, I think that was probably like my favorite tournament arc. Like, it was high stakes. It gave a lot of the characters like their own moments to shine. I mean, ultimately it was kind of predictable, but like the first couple of stages were just like, oh man, it was close. It was very very close. Okay, so here we go. We'll use the weekly bites. Why is this taking forever? I thought Wi-Fi 6 was faster. So season 3 is going to be a tournament-based arc, which is great. They introduced 3 new characters, and each of those characters are getting a trial deck. Not a start deck, a trial deck. So they'll be about $15 to $20. So hopefully it won't be too bad. We're getting 2 new ride lines for Dread Empire and Dart States, which is ironic because the irony of the Tamayura ride line coming out the same day that that demon ceiling rock in Japan splits open. I think that's very funny. So we had got the Tamayura ride line, and we got the Chaos ride line. Chaos being spelled Kheios. Chaos. Then the other three ride lines are from Craycross. So we've got Big Booba for Keter, we've got Deku from My Hero Academia, and we've got I haven't thought of a name for the Star Vader one yet, or the Brandgate one. Oh, Ava, Ava. That makes sense. Thadria, Roroa, and Ava. Please one trial deck be Gold Paladin, Dear Chronicle, Meditillany, or non-waifu DP aesthetic. I mean, we'll see. I'm with you on that one 100%, but we'll see. It looks like set 5 will have 4 different pack designs, which is pretty cool. So, The End, MLB, PBO, and Roroa, Grade 3. Then we have the special 10th anniversary SPs that feature Overlord, MLB, and PBO with their respective characters. Yeah, I guess that's it for news. I know I put a poll up recently too. Okay, so we've got. Let's see. Yeah, I guess not. I guess. I guess that's it. Wow, this was kind of a short coffee with Senpai, but welcome back. That's cut down quite a bit in editing, but yeah, I think that's it. I honestly think that's it. Oh yeah, Pursuit Assault's finally out in English. But rip the cost of that card, because holy fuck, that is pricey. So over on Twitter, I did ask. The poll's not done yet. It still has 5 days left. But basically the question is, would you guys like a V-Series anime season in between the Overdress anime seasons? So for example, we have season 3 that of Overdress coming out really soon. Then maybe a V-Series 12-episode arc. Then Overdress season 4, another V-Series arc, so on and so forth. Now, Different Fright retweeted with Minivan Large, but like Minivan Large is fun, but it's not. It's not. It's not enough. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to nostalgia bait anybody or anything. I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, good back in the old days. No. What I'm saying is, like, we have these cards coming out from Klein Collection. It makes sense to have an anime season, even just a 12-episode arc that features at least some of those cards. I'm pretty sure if you got a group of writers together, you could animate something and make a story along the lines of what's been released. I mean, we literally have all the reverses coming back. It's not like we couldn't go back to that arc and have everybody get hit. Just remake G with all the V cards. I agree with that too. That actually would be very interesting to see. Especially with, you have the G cast fighting against all those reverse units. I think that'd be badass. But I think something like that can be done. I mean, hell, if they're going to be getting Disney money, I mean, Disney has more money than God at this point. So it's not like they couldn't get another studio to be like, hey, we're going to do this. As an in-between, as a filler, as... Look, Overdress is the main series. We get that. We understand. And don't get me wrong, Minivan Large is fine. I think so. Maybe. But I want something more. how long until we can get like the Turnabout series animated? Because I think that would be a great like successor to the V series and a great way to kind of set up for G. Because it's not like you couldn't do that. It's not like they couldn't. It would be nice if they had two shows. What other card game has had two shows running side by side? None of them, to my knowledge. And people say, "Oh, but it might get confused." It's like, well, no, that's not the case. I mean, hey, we got those little animated shorts. Yeah, the minivan large. That's minivan large, and those are fun. Those are fun, but it's not. I'm not satisfied with them. They're funny, but they're too short. You know, I wouldn't mind like a well-crafted 12-episode season arc that is in between the main series. Think of have you guys watched that time I was reincarnated as a slime? So what they did for that series was season 2 was broken up into two parts. So they're like the first 12 episodes, then they took a break, and in that break they had a spin-off show called Slime Diaries air, which honestly was just kind of, it was filler, but it was still 12 episodes. It still had its own kind of story, whatever. Once that ended, the rest of season 2 picked up. So I'm not saying we need to have something super serious for a V anime, but at least something in between to keep that interest going. You know, and if Bushi wants to start nostalgia baiting back to the older characters, let's have a reason to. Who's to say we can't love all these characters? You know, why do we have to shelve them to force out new ones? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the cast of Overdress. Like, they're fine. They're good. But where's my Vanguard East guy? For reals. For reals. I would love to see that. Give me that spinoff. You know, just one season, maybe two, in between Overdress. Take risks. And like, people will be like, well, if there's a V series anime airing, that's going to confuse people. No, it wouldn't. No, I think anybody who plays this game understands the difference between Overdress and the V series anime. And if they don't, well, that's an easy clear up. You can easily clear that up. You know, because it's not too difficult. I think. But you know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Hell, if you have a V series anime, the Overdress could talk about it. Overdress might not exist. No. Overdress doesn't exist in the same universe as the V series. No, we've confirmed that either whichever. So okay. So if you remember Overdress, near the end of season 2, Mirai got into Vanguard because she heard it on TV. She heard Kai say, "Ride the Vanguard." So, Vanguard is a TV show and a card game just like it is in our world. It's literally Digimon Tamers. Where it is a show, it is a card game, and there are different formats. So it's more parallel to ours than it is to theirs. But who's to say we couldn't do something fun with it? Okay. So they can talk about, oh yeah, I like the Shinamon arc. Oh man, what'd you think of If? And just you use just like I liked it. Okay, all right, I like that. I like that. That's a fun idea. If we were to get a new V series anime, I'd like to see G characters connected to some of the threats of the OG, so reverse, and yeah, exactly. We can kind of give them a bit of time to shine, as well as kind of put more emphasis on like the little bits of support they get, rather than here's a new boss monster here, a boss monster there, or some jokes about how you use similar to there we go. That could be fun. That could be fun. But I think like even if you wanted to keep those shows separate, I still think having a separate show for V makes sense if Bushy decides they want to, nostalgia bait. If they want to put more emphasis on some of the older stuff alongside the newer stuff, then you may as well have a second show. You don't have to put a lot of effort into it. Kurno disappears instead of Aichi. Oh no. I'm pretty sure Bushy could get a cheaper studio to do it instead of Clamp. And, a well written 12 episode story. Or what they're doing with Overdress is like, hey, we have 12 to 13 episodes to work with it. Let's make a well crafted story and feature units from Clan Selection and Clan Collection. And a story can ultimately write itself. If you wanted to introduce new players, you could. Or, you want to have Ren play around with Spectral Duke. Let's do it. Or you want to have some introduce some new characters and be like, hey, here's somebody playing bunnies. Or, hey, check it out. We have a Link Joker player that isn't uh Ibuki that has reverse. Oh no. Or, we could have some interesting story that maybe after the events of If, stuff happens. There's a lot that can happen. And I think that with a creative enough story or group of people, they can make a story and have it make sense. Not quite a Bonds Beyond Time kind of thing, but it could work. See, actually, that's what I love about the shorts is because it takes characters from different time periods and puts them. Yes, like that. Minivan Large does that, and I think it does it very well. But 3 minutes isn't enough to explore this world. And like, it's fun to see these characters too, but I also want to see the fights. It's like you're putting so much emphasis on, hey, we're bringing all these reverse units back. Let's give me a reason to care. Because like that story, that part of the original anime was so hype. It was so good. And it'd be nice to kind of revisit some sort of element of it. Okay, I think I've rambled on for quite a bit. So we've been on for a little over an hour. So I think I've got Team League all figured out for premium. So I think we're set for premium. Conclude the Vanguard series is only as good as its OP. I mean, break my spell is a good one. But there were some good seasons that didn't have good openings. For example, we had the second G opening, Generation. Now that second half of the first season for G, good. It was good. The fights were good. We got explanations, we got skills. There were things that were going on. It's like, okay, this is cool. The opening, Jam Project's still good, but that opening wasn't as good compared. Uh, no, okay, Legion. Hold on. Legion had okay. V Road and Knock on Your Gate are amazing openings, but in my opinion, did not make the season better. Actually, hold on. Let me rephrase that. They were both very good openings. Very good. While the story of Legion Mate wasn't that sound. I'm not saying it wasn't good. Legion Mate felt rushed. It did. Legion Mate felt rushed. I mean, V Road. I mean, V Road had to have been good because I mean they remade it for the movie, which that could be another fun plot point too, just with other characters. You know, the Koshin arc for V series, Invincible Fighters, good opening, very good. Hell of an opening. Bad season. It's a bad, horribly rushed season. So I agree that you can kind of judge the season by its opening, but there are exceptions. I think the opening, like to be fair, all the remakes weren't that great. You know, so I didn't mind the first half of V. I actually didn't mind the first two seasons of V. I didn't mind. Like it was understandable. Like it was a more refined version of season one without the saving the world aspect. I enjoyed that it was just that conflict between Ren and Aichi. I enjoyed it, and they introduced Aquaforce very early, and that's understandable. That made sense. It made sense. They took away some of the lore behind it, but to be fair, that's fine. And then just having that being 24, 25 episodes, totally fine. Totally fine. Season 2 with the Cytolia zombie arc. Oh, that one was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was kind of predictable, but at the same time, you got to see Aichi kind of go bad, and I thought that was very interesting. The Ibuki faces, for sure, for sure. But you got to see all the characters kind of be defeated, but also be saved. You know, yeah, Aichi ultimately won the day, of course, but you saw how he had to go through all that. Then I'd also argue that maybe the first couple of the episodes that didn't focus on the Koshin, the high school tournament, for example, when Ibuki got the Messiah deck, that that was good. It was really good. And him just trying to fight and rebuild everybody's connection to Vanguard, those who've been deleted. That was good. Very good. But the whole Koshin arc itself was just okay. So the last fight was Ibuki and Naoki. I thought thematically it was good. Oh wait. No, the very last fight was Korn and Aichi. That's right. Um, the Korn and Aichi fight. Oh, I thought it was Kai and Aichi. What was it? Oh god. Okay, hold on. Let me look this up real quick. Let me look this up because now I don't remember. Let's see. Give me just a moment. Yeah, this might take me a moment to figure out. Aichi in the V series. Oh, continued. Okay, so it was called the. It wasn't called continued, but it. Let's see. So the episodes. There was only 14 episodes. I think it was Decisive Fight. Was that the one? The final match of the Koshin. Korn herself has an intense. Okay, so wasn't that? Demille Chu. Even if just box topper or promo, I low key want new V starters. Yeah, I wouldn't mind V starters too. I think Kai recovering from delete happened earlier in that season. Oh, that's right, because the episodes were called Dimensions. That's right. Memories neither past nor future. Was it this one? No, it wasn't that one. I'm pretty sure. I think the last one was. No, it wasn't that. Yeah, so the last fight of that season looked like it was Naoki versus Ibuki. Episode 11 was Kai versus Aichi for sure. But yeah, that whole season was rushed. Yeah, that one was just. I think I'm gonna rewatch that. I think I'm gonna rewatch that those episodes to just kind of catch up on because clearly I don't remember them all. So yeah, I guess that's what I'll do later today. But yeah, I guess that's it. This is a very short coffee. What's actually, I'd say it's about average. But that will do for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I will catch you guys next time. Hope you guys stay safe, stay humble. Please wear your face masks still, and if you haven't already, please go get vaccinated. Peace out.